I never really know how to approach things like this. In previous videos, I've just kind of added it in, offered no explanation, and said, oh, we're saying goodbye to Charlie. Oh, we're saying goodbye to Breeze. And today, yes, we are saying goodbye to Raven. And right off the bat, people might become alarmed of what on earth is happening on your farm? You're selling another horse? And if you are new here, I really hope you take the time to watch some other videos so you don't jump to conclusions of the type of person that I am. You cannot fully grasp somebody's situation or farm or life in a short little video. I'm only be able to show you snippets of my life, and it is my goal to share real farm life with you, and that comes with the good, the bad, the ugly, and also the exciting and the hard decisions that have to be made along the way. This is Raven, our kids' horse that we've been using for the last couple years for the girls. We picked her up at a local auction mart, and she came all the way from Skagway, Alaska. She worked as a horse on a dude ranch, doing excursions and probably sightseeing trips. This girl has a lot of miles on her. And so we purchased her from the auction. We gave her a chance, and she turned out to be a pretty decent kids' horse. She is definitely not flawless. She's got her quirks and some things that she just doesn't do well with. She is by far not a perfect angel, but she has taught our two older kids to ride, and we are very thankful for that. Last spring, she sustained what looked to be probably a kick to the knee or some kind of injury where she had some hard swelling in her left front knee. She then got to enjoy about 8, 9, 10 weeks of small pen rest as per the vet's recommendation after deciding that yes, it is in her knee. And we do believe that she has arthritis in that left knee, which makes complete sense because she has been used for a lot of miles. And so horses that have seen a lot of miles and a lot of rough terrain often will start to break down faster than others. It was time to offer her to somebody who needed exactly what Raven had to offer their family. And so we made the decision to list her for sale. And within 6 hours of posting her, this lady and her two young children came to look at her. She has tons of experience with horses, lots of horses, and she fell in love with her and desperately wanted to take her home. And I had done all the research beforehand and asked all of the questions and felt more than comfortable letting Raven go to this wonderful home. They put up their own hay every year and feed 40, 50 head of horses for outfitters in the area. And so hay is never an issue for them. And she told me that this would be Raven's last trip. This would be where she would get unloaded, and this is where she'd be able to live out her last days. However long she has, or however short she has, that is the place where she will be loved and doted on until she breathes her last breath. What, kiddo? I know you do. You have a turn? Good job.
You said this to the person who took Raven?
I often don't share a lot of other stuff that happens aside from life happenings on the farm, but as a family, we really do enjoy life in the great outdoors and enjoying God's creation. So on this cloudy Sunday afternoon, we took the kiddos out and we went for a hike, and we were on the hunt for antlers. And to some people, that might seem like a very strange way to spend a Sunday afternoon, but we truly do enjoy getting outdoors as a family, and that may look like going for a hike, having a campfire, looking for antlers in this case, and really just getting out for some exercise, some fresh air, and just showing the kids
Keep
different
some
things to
more.
look for and learning so many
Mom,
things along the way.
Yep.
also I keep some more.
Good job.
Because my arms are falling to sleep.
Yeah, so we're looking for things that look like what?
Yeah.
Like sticks, right?
Yeah.
And then it might be an antler.
Yep.
So we're trying to find the spots that the deer liked to be around the time when their antlers started falling off.
Yep. Because it does not hurt it. You just feel the pressure of it.
Yeah, the pressure of the antler falling off, right? And it falls off all on its own. Look, what kind of poop is this? This is,
Moose peep.
that's right, it's moose poop. So in like January and February, depending on the year, the antlers start falling off. Horns do not fall off, but antlers do, right? So things like deer and elk and moose. And in this spot, there's a lot of mule deer and some moose. They like to hang out here. And this was a alfalfa field, so the deer liked to eat whatever was left of the alfalfa, and they would dig through the snow, and that's what they would eat through the winter. Now that the snow is melting off, they come out and they try to eat more of it. And then once it starts greening up, then they will get the fresh new yummies. Fields like this are a little bit tricky to see antlers because the alfalfa grew back pretty good.
Yep, because the ones that are sitting in water, that means they're gonna survive.
Now we don't know for sure if the deer and the bucks were wintering here. Sometimes they will live somewhere. Oh, look, what kind of poop is that?
Deer poop.
Good. Sometimes deer can live somewhere in the summer and then they don't live there in the winter time. They'll find different places to winter, we call it.
Yep.
So for farmers, a lot of them actually like it when you go out and you pick up antlers, because the antlers that are left in the field, if you drive over it with a tractor, there's a very good chance that you can get that antler poked through the tire, and then they have to stop what they're doing, fix the tire, or sometimes even replace it because they've got an antler that poked into their tire or gets into their machinery somehow. And so it actually can help the farmers by picking up the antlers as well. Plus it's just fun most of the time. Today's pretty chilly, but that's okay. So this is a good sign. We've got poop here, and we've got another pile right there, and more right in there, and we've got more and more. It's called deer sign, and we're finding lots of deer sign in this corner, and we can often see deer bedded down here from the road. So we'll go take a little tootle and see if we can find any antlers. If not, that's okay. We'll just keep on hiking. And we'll just work our way down here and work our way up.
That's kind of fresh. Mommy, it's kind
So these, what are they called, honey?
of scrapes.
Scrapes or rubs. This is where they would be licking the branch, biting the branch.
Oh, there's a good rub.
And then they would dig and pee right here, right?
What's that?
They would dig and pee right there.
Yeah, so you can see this branch that's busted off that's hanging there.
This one right here.
That's a licking branch. So they'll excrete some of their scent onto that from their tarsal gland. And they'll lick it and kind of rub it all over their foreheads. And then they'll rub their head on antlers on the branch, strip all the bark off.
And it tells all the other boys, I'm
Hey, check
here.
me out. I'm bigger than you are. Oh, what do you think happened right there?
They were digging.
Well, look around. What do you see? What's on the snow?
Tracks.
Yeah.
Deer tracks.
So what would dig like that?
Moose.
What do you think he was looking for in there?
What lives underneath the snow?
Okay, so what kind of food would live under the snow and the grass? What kind of... No.
Look at the tracks. Do they look like deer tracks or are they on top of the snow?
Look how big these are. Is that as big as a deer track?
No.
No. So what would have a small track that would walk on top of the snow without sinking?
A lynx.
A lynx. What else?
Coyote.
A coyote. And what else?
And a wolf.
Think smaller.
Small
What do
and
we have
red.
at our house?
Snowshoe hare.
Well, but what would dig under the snow for food? They jump and they shove their nose in the snow. Fox. So he came up on the snow and he heard a mouse down in the grass. And they sit there and they look and they'll cock their head and they listen with their ears.
And
And then they jump up and they shove their face in and grab the mouse.
It's funny.
Yeah, so that's what he did here. That was him trying to catch a mouse in the snow.
These would be what?
Down there.
What
That's
kind of...
probably a coyote.
Yeah, it was bigger than a fox would be.
Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah.
That's how you tell what's going on. And this is a coyote and not a cat, because a coyote will walk with offset steps, whereas a cat will walk more of a straight line. Yeah.
They're flying.
You see the geese, Berkey? Look at 'em.
So those are good. Those guys are gonna fly so. They stay here. Dad, can we have a
It's going to be really interesting to see what's on there. So that's been on
I vote elk and deer and coyotes and foxes maybe.
probably a couple bears.
Bears from the fall?
I was seeing bears in here last fall.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good job following the trail. Let's follow the trail and go see if we can find the other camera.
Where's the giant fruit? Dad, where is it?
And then this stuff, this tiny stuff,
Yeah?
that's the stuff that we want to start the fire. Nice and small and dry. Daddy got this from underneath of a big spruce tree where the snow could really hard hard and glass. See how it looks like glass?
Yeah.
That's sap. Pine sap.
Is that good
So
for
when a
cooking
tree,
fire?
yeah, so when a tree gets a cut on it, the tree makes sap as kind of a band-aid to help it heal so it doesn't kill the tree. And the sap is what takes all the energy from the dirt and the ground up to the top branches.
And that helps the tree?
And that, well, it helps keep the tree alive, right? If you don't have energy, we can't. It's not very easy to live, is it? These nice little ones, right underneath of the sap. So once those branches start burning, it'll start melting the sap.
Can I pick a dead lighter? Smells like it.
There it goes. See? Oops. That's a little bit wet. Okay. There you can see the flame. It's going to start burning.
Here it comes.
Start burning the sticks.
Here it comes.
And pretty soon that sap will start melting.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm reading the tree.
Careful, stay out.
Stay out of that pool.
Yep, we just gotta keep burning and then we get lost. Then we get more of these little sticks. See how well that burns? So that's because it's very dry. And then that sap burns for a long time and it likes to burn really hot. See how hot that fire is getting? So then we put a little bit bigger sticks and slowly start adding. It gets bigger and bigger.
More smoke.
Yep. See how the smoke is a little bit black? That's because of that sap. And if you look over here, if you look right here, you can see, look right in here, see that sap dripping down? Let's go over a little bit more. Right there.
Oh yeah.
See that sap running down? Dripping down in there. So you just look for a wound, a little cut on a big spruce tree. And it'll have a big hard chunk of sap on the side of it usually. Right down nice and low. Yeah, Mommy's good.
Mom, is it gonna burn you?
No,
Why?
so I'm not getting too close. So you can see the steam coming off my gloves. Look at your sticks that you found. Whoa, that was a good throw. Here. Yeah.